in Farmer McGregor's garden is brought to you by volunteers of Delaware Master Gardeners, and that's part of Delaware Cooperative Extension, and that's part of the University of Delaware and Delaware State University.
This puppet show was inspired by the Beatrix Potter version, but you will see it's in a really different version. So we can get started.
Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits, Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter, and they lived with Mother Rabbit in the rosebush thicket. Now, Flopsy and Mopsy, take care of baby Cottontail today. You may go into the fields or down the lane, but do not go in Farmer McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there. He made rabbit burgers out of him.
It was so sad.
It was. Now, Peter was the oldest rabbit, so sometimes Mother Rabbit would give him money to go visit Mrs. Possum's store. Now, Peter, I want you to take this money and go visit Miss Possum and get some potatoes and carrots for supper.
Okay, Mom.
Okay? Then Miss Rabbit took her basket and she went to the baker's to buy a loaf of bread and 5 currant buns. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, they went out to pick blackberries. But Peter went on and he went to Miss Possum's store. But along the way, he met a rat.
So Peter was hopping down the lane when all of a sudden...
Well, what have we got here?
Who are you?
I'm Ripley Rat at your service. And who are you, Bunny Rabbit?
I'm Peter Rabbit, and I'm on my way to Miss Possum's store to buy vegetables for supper.
Vegetables? Vegetables? Did you hear what he said? Vegetables! My goodness, you could do something better with that dollar bill I see in your hand. I could give you, for instance, we could trade your dollar bill for this nice candy bar I have in my rat pack.
Oh, no, I have an important job to do. And
Rabbit, are you listening to me?
But
This is full of chocolate and peanuts and sugar, and I'm telling you it's good. Don't you like chocolate?
Well, I like chocolate candy. Do you boys and girls? You like chocolate candy?
See? They know what I'm talking about.
I know, but this is a very important job that I have, and I always obey my mother. So I'm afraid that I can't buy you candy bar today. Maybe next week. But I gotta get
Just are
going.
making a big mistake. I'm telling you right now you are. I mean, really now. Vegetables. Vegetables for a nice candy bar. Forget it. That's terrible.
What should I do, boys and girls? What do you think? Should I buy vegetables or candy bar? Vegetables. See, these kids are pretty smart. They know vegetables are very good for you, full of vitamins and minerals and make you big and strong, right?
Yada, 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 yada.
So I gotta go. I'm in a big hurry. I got an important job to do. But nice meeting you, Ripley, and
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
So Peter was hopping
hear
off
you.
down to the store. Oh, my money! Oh, I have to have my money.
No, you don't.
I need to get some vegetables.
Here you go. I told you a deal's a deal. There's your candy bar.
But I'm gonna be in big trouble.
Haven't you ever heard of Mr. McGregor's farm? He's got a huge farm, and he's just giving those vegetables away. I assure you.
Boys and girls, should I believe Ripley Rat? I don't think so. I
How
think...
untrustworthy you all are. I'm telling you, Drew. All you have to do is just go out in the field and just pick.
I guess I don't have a choice now because you took my money and I need vegetables. I'll
Yeah.
just go look and see what maybe he doesn't need or something.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm Farmer McGregor, and people say that I don't like rabbits. That's not true. I love rabbits. Do you love rabbits? Do you love rabbits? Do you love rabbits? Oh, I love rabbits. I like rabbit stew and fried rabbit, grilled rabbit, and baked rabbit. Best of all, I like bunny rabbit burgers. Do you like bunny rabbit burgers? No? Well, let me tell you about some of the vegetables that I grow. What's that? Tomatoes. Are they a fruit or a vegetable? What? I hear both. And you know what? You're both right. They're certainly vegetables. I mean, they're in the vegetable section in the grocery store, and we don't eat them like we eat fruit. But to a farmer or a botanist or a plant breeder, they're also fruit. And the reason they're fruit is because they have a good tasting outside and a durable seed on the inside. And the reason they're so good now is because plant breeders have made them so good over the years. But the way they have evolved originally was to encourage an animal to eat them. But because the seeds were durable, well, what happened to those seeds? So the rabbit comes along and eats the tomato, say, and then it hops off, and those seeds are durable, which means they're strong and they can take lots of honey-seed stuff inside you. And then what happens to the seed? The plant wants to spread its seed around, so what happens to those seeds? Who will say it? Yes?
The rabbit goes to the bathroom.
The rabbit goes to the bathroom. There you go. All right, that's why fruit evolved, so that the seeds could be spread by animals taking them somewhere else. All right, those are tomatoes, so even though they're vegetables, I like to call them the fruit of the vine. Who can say fruit of the vine? Fruit of the vine, right? Well, here's another fruit of the vine. What's that? A pepper. Now, if we let that ripen up, what color will it probably become? Red. Probably red. What other colors do peppers come in?
Yellow.
Yellow. All right. And what other colors? Orange. And there's one more that I don't have, but I think. What's another color? You've seen a purple pepper? Yeah. All right. Good. All right. Now here's another fruit of the vine. What's that? A squash. What kind of squash is that? Yellow squash, and here is a green one, but we don't call it a green squash. What do we call it? Zucchini. A zucchini, right. And these are both summer squash, and then what is this?
Butternut squash.
Butternut squash. This is called a winter squash, and here's another winter squash. What's that?
Acorn.
Oh, you guys know your vegetables. These are called summer squash. They grow in this summer. These are called winter squash. Do they grow in the winter? No. Why are they called winter squash? What's different about them? Yes?
They usually are eaten in Thanksgiving and that's supposed to.
And the reason for that is because these are soft and you got to keep them in the refrigerator or they'll rot. These have really hard skins and you can keep them all winter and then eat them like you say when it's cold. Yep, now here's another fruit of the vine. What's that?
Cucumber.
Cucumber. Oh, you know them all. So we do eat all these fruits of the vine, but do we ever eat the roots of vegetables?
No.
No. Whoa, wait a minute. What's this?
Carrot.
A carrot. This part's the root. It grows under the ground. Here's the stems and leaves up here. So yeah, we eat roots of vegetables. Here is another underground vegetable. What's that? Potato. Yes, grows under the ground, but it's not a root. It's a tuber. So this is a root, and that is a tuber. Here is another tuber that we eat. What's that? What is it?
Sweet potato.
Well, sweet potato, right. And did you know that white potatoes and sweet potatoes are not related at all? In fact, the white potato is related to tomato plants, and the sweet potato is related to morning glory flowers. Here's another vegetable that grows under the ground. What's that? Onion. Now, it does have little roots on the bottom, but this part up here is not the root, and it's not a tuber either. It's a bulb. And onions are actually related to lily flowers. So we've got roots, tubers, and bulbs all grow under the ground. Who can say roots, tubers, and bulbs?
Roots, tubers, and bulbs.
So if mom says, what do you want for dinner tonight? You can say, how about some tubers? Now, do we ever eat the seeds of vegetables? You're right, we do. What's this?
Corn.
Every one of those corn kernels is a corn seed. Now, what is this part up here called? What is it? The silk. And maybe if you look at the corn when it gets real tall, there's also something at the very top that's called the tassel. What does the tassel do? Anybody know? It's where the pollen comes from. And the pollen falls down and the silk catches it. And each strand of silk has to catch a piece of pollen. That pollen's going to travel down the silk. And if it doesn't make it all the way down, you don't get a corn seed there. You don't get a corn kernel. So every corn seed there has got to catch the pollen from the tassel. Now here's some other seeds that we eat. What are those? Green beans. And what happens when you open them up? What's inside? The bean seeds. So whenever you eat peas or beans, you're actually eating the seeds of vegetables. But do we ever eat the flowers of vegetables? What's that? Broccoli, that's a flower! And can you think of another vegetable that looks a little bit like this, but it's white, and it even has cauliflower? And in fact, it is a flower. Doesn't look like a flower, but it really is. You know what? I gotta get back to work.
Oh my goodness. Look at all these delicious vegetables. Ripley Rat was right. Farmer McGregor has the best things. Oh my, cauliflower is so good just to munch on for a snack. And tomatoes, look at these juicy red tomatoes. What can we make with tomatoes? Ketchup. What else? Soup. What else? Bruschetta, yeah. Pizza sauce and spaghetti sauce. And almost all these vegetables are terrific in salads, right? And let's see what else we have. Oh, all these beautiful colors of peppers. And you could slice these and have an after-school snack, right? Yes, a lot of these things. Oh, and you know bunnies love carrots, right? What can you make with carrots? Carrot soup, carrot cake, yes. Anything else? Can you think of anything else? No? Okay, I'm gonna take that and let me see what else is here. Oh, I'm so excited with all these vegetables. Onions, they are so good, as spicy as they are, but what happens when your mom slices them? You get tears in your eyes like you're crying. Let's see, what else? Oh, corn on the cob with a little butter and a little salt. Raise your hand if you love corn on the cob. Yes. Oh my goodness. Love it, love it. Let's see what else. Oh, squash. This makes another great after-school snack. You can just slice them and have a little salt on them. And let's see, we have two kinds of potatoes. We have regular potatoes. How can we fix these potatoes? Yes. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Yes.
Fried potatoes?
Fried potatoes. Yes. Yes, quarter potatoes, baked potatoes. Oh my goodness, don't we love potatoes? And have you ever had sweet potato French fries?
Yeah.
Those are so good too. Let me see what else is here. Oh, cucumbers, they're good too for salads. And broccoli. Broccoli is so good for you. Do you know, a little boy told me a couple of weeks ago he loved broccoli with chocolate sauce. Can you imagine that? But it's true. Let me see. I'll take these beans too. But I'm thinking of something. If you have a flat bread, sort of, and you put tomato sauce on it, and you put all these vegetables sliced up small, and you put cheese on top. What is it called? Vegetable pizza, the best thing. But I better get going because I'm afraid of Farmer McGregor. Oh, don't sting me.
I won't sting you. I only sting if I'm getting swatted at and I think you're going to hurt me.
Oh.
If you don't try to hurt me, I won't hurt you.
I would never try to hurt you.
I'm in the garden because I'm what they call pollinator. And what I do is come to the garden. Guess what I do with the nectar in a plant? You know what I do with the nectar? I drink the nectar out of the plant. And you know what else I do with it? I make honey. I make honey out of the nectar. And I feed it to my babies. But I also collect little powdery substances on every single flower. And you know why I do that? I spread it around. That's one of the things I do. But I also take that back to the hive and feed my babies that too.
You are a busy bee.
I'm a very busy bee. And if I wasn't so busy spreading pollen around, you wouldn't have all these vegetables.
No cabbages and no carrots?
No.
Oh my goodness.
So you have to be nice to me. I'm a pollinator too.
Oh, you are. You're
I'm
so beautiful.
I'm a butterfly.
You are beautiful. And what are you doing in the garden?
I'm pollinating. I go from flowers to flower, and I drink the nectar. And I
Oh,
get this pollen on my feet.
do you make honey with the nectar?
No, I just drink it.
Oh.
I don't take it back to my hive. I just drink it. See? Because I'm so beautiful. But I'm so busy and I make honey. I should be the favorite, right? But I'm more beautiful than you are. I'm busy.
You're both good pollinators, though.
I'm going home. I have to go more flowers to pollinate.
Oh, and what are you doing in the garden?
I'm a predator. Wait. I eat the bad bugs. I'm a
Oh.
beneficial bug. I feed on the bad bugs.
So you are good to be in the garden.
Oh, yes. You've heard the song Ladybug, Ladybug, Fly away home, but they don't want me to leave. They want me in the garden. I
Yes.
eat things like aphids. Got any aphids down there?
Oh, and you are such a funny looking bug. Who are you?
I'm a Japanese beetle. I'm not a good bug. I'm a very bad bug. And I love to eat plants. And I'll eat almost anybody's plant.
Did you eat my rose bush?
Probably. If it wasn't me, it was a friend. And you're a predator too, aren't you? No, you're not. I'm not a predator. No, I'm a bad bug. You're too big for me to eat. But I have a friend.
Aha! I am Matilda the mantis, and I am a very large predator and a very beneficial insect. Have any of you seen me in your garden? I look a little scary, but I'm really, really, really very nice. And I like to eat bugs, especially Japanese beetles is lunch! Oh boy! Oh boy! No, lunch!
Well, I better get going. I better get these vegetables home, because I'm afraid of that Farmer McGregor.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I had such a busy day, but I picked a...
I think so.
What happened to my vegetables? Did you take my vegetables? Who took my vegetables? Who? There's a rabbit in the garden? A rabbit? I'm gonna get that rabbit. I'm gonna get that rabbit.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh!
Gonna get that rabbit.
Oh no! He's gonna catch me! I'll never get away!
When I catch that rabbit, I'm gonna have a bunny rabbit burger.
Let me!
You know, where'd that rabbit go? Did you see that rabbit? Where? This way? Where? Where's that rabbit? Oh, where is that rabbit? Where's that rabbit? In the bucket? All right, I'll get that rabbit. I'll get that rabbit. No! Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I'm too tired.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I was so scared. Oh my goodness! Peter ran all the way home. Oh, Mom!
What's the matter, Peter?
I had the worst day. I was going to get vegetables and I met this rat and he tricked me out of my money and he gave me a candy bar and I ate it all at once and I got a stomachache and I had no choice. I had to go to Farmer McGregor's and I had to get some vegetables and he almost caught me. It was terrible.
Now, Peter, you should have gone to Miss Possum's with that $1 to get our food for dinner. And I'm glad you're safe, but I'm going to send you to bed without milk and honey, like your other sisters and baby Cottontail.
So Peter went to bed without any supper.
And the next day, he and Mother Rabbit went back to see Farmer McGregor because he needed to tell Farmer McGregor that he stole his vegetables and say he was sorry.
Farmer McGregor,
Yes, rabbit.
I am so sorry. I am the rabbit that stole your vegetables.
You are?
Yes, and I want to apologize and make it up to you.
How could you make it up to me?
I'd like to work on your farm and pay you back.
Are you a hard worker, Bunny Rabbit?
I'm a hard
I
worker.
need a hard worker on my farm. Should I hire this rabbit?
Yes.
And in fact, that's what we did. And in fact, Peter Rabbit and Farmer McGregor went into partnership. So they were partners and pals. And that's the end. But wait! It's not the end.
No?
Hello?
Yes, you're a rat, aren't you?
Of course I'm a rat.
Yes, yes.
I act like a rat.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Yes?
I've been hearing a lot of talk about vegetables.
I grow vegetables.
Well, do you think there's any kind of a vegetable that a rat
I
might like?
think there might be. I think you would like corn on the cob.
Oh, that tastes good. I would like to have corn on the cob. Do you think that if I ate vegetables, I could become a good rat instead of one everybody thinks is sneaky?
I think you could.
Because I'm very persuasive,
You are indeed. Perhaps you could sell vegetables for us.
Yeah, I can do that. I can sell anybody anything.
And that's the end.
Thank you.